Yeah, okay. So the kind of what I want to talk about is how kind of the nuts and bolts work. So i- in this dream world, like you're gonna buy low, sell high, right? That's like what always is like this. Oh yeah, duh, like buy low, sell high. Okay, so it's great in theory. Like if I could buy everything for like the cheapest possible thing and turn around and sell it for the most possible money, then obviously you're gonna make the most money. What's gonna happen like in reality is if you get too fixated on this full margin, um, you're gonna lose in the sense that your orders are not gonna fill or sell as fast as maybe they could, right? Because you might be stuck. Let's say you're stuck down here. You're unwilling to buy for, let's say, more here, more than 11.5 mil. You're unwilling to buy the Vexer, so you're just weighing down here. Meanwhile, other people are putting orders up here, and people are selling Vexers to them, and you're out. So you're never able to actually get into the game. On the flip side, like if you were up here and you have to sell your Vexer, you're not willing to accept less than 15 mil, then you're stuck waiting. You're on the sidelines because people are going to be always undercutting you, and your Vexer is not going to move. So eh, there's this problem, I guess, with being overly fixated on this like buying low and selling high. Um, it constrains the ability for you to turn this crank, right? Because you're not gonna get the products fast enough, and you're not gonna be able to sell them fast enough. So in my head, I kind of there's a little twist on it. It's like buy low, sell meh. So um, I like to focus on getting my entry point, getting in at a good price. And then from there, I just turn around and I'll just sell it for like, I mean, I'm not gonna dump it back, but I'll sell it here, and I'll be willing to compete pretty aggressively to get my product sold. Once I buy it for what I feel is like a fair price. Um, so that's kind of what I end up doing. Like I put more buy orders out there on different items, and I'm kind of more picky. Um, and that kind of eats up a lot of ISK, but it's in escrow. So like if you make a mistake and your buy order never fills, when you cancel the order, you immediately get that money back, uh, and then you can just make another buy order for something else. Whereas if you buy an item that like sucks, like can't move, then you're stuck with the item, and you either have to dump it back or it's not as liquid because it's this item, and you're kind of forced to go through and sell the item. So for me, um, I tend to try to focus on getting in at a better price, and then I just turn around and pretty aggressively sell it. Like I'll fight, I'll leapfrog these guys, like to sell my item. Or once I get it for like a decent price. So an example here, kind of to highlight this point. Let's say you had these opportunities. There's a widget A or one item you could buy, and it's 30% off. But then you're gonna sell it at just the regular price, the going for price, versus this other item that you somehow know, like I don't know, you're like clairvoyant or something. You know that I can buy it, but tomorrow it's gonna jump 40%, and I can sell it for 40% more. Okay, so on first blush, you're like, oh, hey, 40% is more than 30, right? But the reality here, because you're buying at a discount, um, when that item jumps back from being 30% off to being the regular price, it actually jumps back 43% more because the basis change, right? You're entering at this lower point. So y- you get this like, it's like a leverage effect, right? Where when it comes back to being what it was, because you entered at lower buy price, you end up your return on your investment is higher because you invested at a lower point. So like it's it's you get that gain by buying low. You end up the money that you have, right, gets multiplied better, right, because you bought in at a lower entry point. Um, so to me, like get it once that buy order fills at a low point, you kind of locked in kind of almost a good profit because you're pretty confident you can sell it at the regular price at some point, like in this argument. Um, versus the other way where like you kind of don't want to gamble on like oh I have to sell it for like X percent more to make a profit. That's a recipe to kind of get trapped like with an item that maybe doesn't move as fast as you'd want it to. Um, and that's sort of it. I mean, there's from there it's gonna open up the I guess I open up the questions right now or in the chat or anything. But as a trader, you're gonna start playing with these spreads. You're gonna like try to manipulate them either up or down. You're gonna try to you know there's times when you want to open them up uh, to get more profit for yourself. There's also times where you actually want to close it because kind of what I said before. Like if the spread closes, other traders are gonna leave. So like one strategy, if you want to kind of ice other traders out, is you might purposefully try to collapse this gap so that other traders give up. Um, there's obviously if it opens, you can make more per item, but then other traders quickly see that and could try to compete. So like there's different um, reasons why you might do that, but as a trader, you end up manipulating this spread is like kind of the game. Um, yeah, yeah, the skills. Let's go. Yeah, it's a good one. Let's see. This tune is like kind of just a like alt tune, but yeah, definitely. Okay, so you mentioned the big two for sales tax. It's this. It's accounting. It starts at 7.5%, and I believe at five it's like 3.35 or three and a half. So this is sales tax, point of sale. So it's pretty important. I mean, even as an alpha, I trained this to like three or however high I could. Um, and you mentioned the other one, broker relations. This is the one for making a buy order. And yeah, again, you're gonna want this. It starts at three, and you're gonna want to as low as you can. This one you can actually increase your standings with like the whatever station, and it also improves this list fee. So that's another way you can reduce it slightly. Um, the other ones are like advanced. Okay, so advanced broker relations is for a relist. So broker relations is the first time I make a buy order or whatever in order. Um, and then if you want to change um, like update the order, you end up paying this relist fee, which is slightly less than the initial one, but then this skill makes it even less than that. Um, the other ones, marketing. Yeah, let's see, it's marketing. This I think this is like per. Um, selling items. Oh, this is range. Uh, selling selling range. Um, I think that's okay. I think this is buy orders. Like setting the range of a buy order. Like here, um, I can set this range, or is that remotely? I always get confused. Let me like, read the thing again. Marketing is selling the range from the seller to the item. Oh, this is like if you wanna be. I think no, five is region. This might be where you are versus listing the item for sale. The range. Um, I guess like if you don't want to sit at the station, like you could be further away and making the sell order. I mean, for like trading alts, you usually just camp at the station or whatever. You don't really care. But I guess yeah, if you were roaming around, the marketing one I think is like I can list something for sale being further away, it's kind of silly because the item still needs to be like in that station, right? Like this is just listing it. So like even if you're like a hauler, like a region trader or whatever hauler, like you tend to have to get your item to the market anyway. So like you're not going to be remote at that point. So this is more for like I don't know if it's edge case, but like um, where you're like further from the station making the order. Oh no, it doesn't. No. Once you place the order, you're G. Like you can, yeah, you can do anything you want. So it'll never delist um once it's placed. Oh, sorry, advanced broker. Did I answer the question? What advanced broker relations? That's the just a relist fee. So um it's it becomes valuable if you're really aggressive and you're like updating your orders a lot to like leapfrog. You gotta like beat the next person. So yeah, if you're gonna like go to Jita and like day trade and like sit there and every 5 minutes someone's gonna like jump over you and you gotta jump over the person, then yeah, the advanced broker relations would be important. But like if you're just gonna do it a lower volume hub, then it wouldn't matter as much because you're not relisting as often. Perimeter. No, so I believe that Jita's the only one I think that has like a really big hub like right next door that the player owned stations they set up like a major like lower fee hub. I'm not familiar with any of the other even Amar. I can't name like a, a Freeport like um, stations that Perimeter has. I believe it does, the sell. Yeah. Like updating, I think updating any order, I believe is cheaper. But let me look at that. Let me read the text here. Now that I read this, you don't pay to sell. Sorry, you don't pay a fee to list something for sale. Like, okay, if I go here and like, do I have anything? Okay, 316. Now let's just sell something. Um, so if you want to sell something, sell this item. I think that was the right number. Yeah. Um, whatever. 10, whatever. You don't pay. This is free. I click this. I put AMR. This is I pay. Ooh, it does say broker's fee. I guess I do pay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I pay because it's time based. It's not instant. So yeah, I would think that it would save here too. Any broker fee, it would probably get halved. Um, oh, Amar has a neighboring hub. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I wasn't familiar. Um, yeah. So updating any of the orders is the advanced broker skill, and it's considered like a relist or like an update, versus the base fee you pay when you like first um yeah list the order.